All right, good morning, everyone. It is 10:34, 10:35 in the morning on June 8th, 2021. And today I get to do a $292 recap. I titled this video, Learn from My Mistakes, so that, obviously I can improve, but also anybody out there that's watching, check this out. This is, although it's a $292 green day, that's nice. It really could have been a much better green day recap. So, I get to be happy with my results. Let's go over it. So, first up is Wendy's. Now, let me get rid of this trend line. I'm just going to delete that. So this morning during the pre-market session, I said, here it is popping up to a high of, let's say, the all-time 29.83 is the pre-market high there. And when I was doing the morning strategy session, I was like, I want to see where this opens up, but I had a bias, and my bias was to the upside. When I was anticipating putting a Fibonacci onto a high, somewhere above 30. That's not what I was really thinking at the time, but I thought, I know I said that I would have to revise my levels, to the upside after this thing opens, which I was wrong. But I didn't let go of that bias. It's a subconscious thing. Awareness is key in trading. So let's see, let me find okay, so this is the Fibonacci that I was operating on. And it looks like it's okay between the 50% Fibonacci and the 38.2% Fibonacci. Looks like, those are good levels, but they're not. And I'll show you why. Usually, the 50% is usually the last one that you want to try and buy in at. 38.2% fibs really aren't very reliable. But see, here's the deal, right? And what I should have done, which I didn't do, and I also left my levels up too. I didn't readjust my levels there. So these levels actually corresponded with some price on the Fibonacci over at some point in the morning. Let's see where they were. There, right there. That's where I had originally drawn my price levels for entries. And those are not good entries, as you can see, according to this Fibonacci. And I remember saying to myself, I'm going to have to redo the levels at the opening price. Did I do that? No, I didn't do it. Fortunately for me, I was smart enough to only attempt to start to average in on this 26.20. So I started to average in around $26.20 on 1,000 shares. And it dipped down quite a bit lower than I would have liked. Now, if I had done what I said I was going to do, which was adjust the levels and then, adjust the Fibonacci to the open, which here's the open right here. This is the opening price at $27.34. Then I would have gotten the 61.8 fib correct, and I could have started to average in between 25.69 and 25.18. I probably would have staggered 1,000 shares between these two prices. I may have only gotten filled on, say, 500 or so, but it would have been a hell of a lot more profitable and a hell of a lot less stressful than doing what I did, which was average in. My average price came out to $26.31 on 1,000 shares. And when it broke up to this 26.53 level, I sold somewhere in there. Actually, let me see where I got filled real quick. So I got filled. I got it filled at 26.52. So I hit right there at the top. Now, actually, I had a little bit of help because on the 10-minute, you'll see the volume weighted average price. Let me clean it up so it's easier to see. Let me get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. You can see here the volume weighted average price, is at $26, and right now at 26.5245. And I sold as soon as price hit that Fibonacci. This made a high of 26.55. So I sold either here, the high was 26.53, or I sold right here. I don't remember which. I sold right there or I sold right there. I was probably on the first one. Just to get out of the trade profitably, thank God, and to be done with it. And it's because I learned from my mistakes. I get to learn from my mistakes. I did not choose to adjust my Fibonacci to the open and then get the proper entry levels for this trade. So I got out of it green. Was it lucky? Well, yes and no. I mean, if I had started my trade all at one price, I don't know. Who's to say exactly how things would have worked out? Luck or no luck, skill, a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill, a little bit of luck, a little bit of experience, let's say. So, I get out of Wendy's with a profit of only, let's see, 25, 15, 25, 40, about $220 of profit I get out of Wendy's. Thank goodness. Okay, so my mistake is whatever lack of awareness had me not redo my levels at the open where they should have been, where the proper entry would have been. For whatever reason, I didn't do it, and it really could have been had a very negative effect on my trading. So let's see. The other thing to learn from was, see this CLOVW? This thing was popping up. This is a small cap that was popping up pre-market, and I just basically neglected it because whenever I see a W at the end of a ticker symbol, I think of warrant instead of the actual stock name. So this is an actual stock. It opened up at about 6:30 and then made a run up to 13:33. That's a double, and that's the potential of $7, $6.50, in this time frame. And I ignored it because I made an assumption that it was a warrant. Instead of checking it out, it was popping up on the pre-market scanner, on the small cap scanner, and instead of checking it out and seeing what was going on with it, I neglected it. I ignored it, and definitely missed out on a really great opportunity there. This isn't picture perfect 100% what you want to see in a pattern, but it doesn't get much closer. The only better, most beautiful looking setup is the cover picture that I use for my pre-market, my morning strategy sessions. It doesn't get any more beautiful than that. But this is about as pretty, almost as pretty as it gets. Opens, holds its price, breaks the high, breaks the morning high right here. Let's pull that up. Let's get the magnet going. Obvious entry at $7.07 right there. Totally obvious. Makes a huge run. Definitely worth a trade. And I just wasn't in it. Mistake number 2 that I made today. Now mistake number 3 here. This 10-minute chart is kind of ugly looking. You can see here this stock opened up, went up and down. It's red, red again, red again, red again. But inside of all of this kind of messy looking stuff are easy trades, and my levels were spot on. In the morning, in the opening 10 minutes, let's look at it. And all I'm looking for is a 1% move on these things. And I take profits. So my first entry at $64.85 right here would have hit on this bar. Suppose I had only entered into 100 shares, right? At 64.85. So at 64.85, a 1% move, clear, 64.85 plus 64 would have, clear, 64.85 plus dot, we'll call it 65. Would have been a price of $65.50. Boom, hit it right there. When hit my entry level and then gave me my exit. It went to as high as $60.60. And I was looking for a 1% move at 65.50. Would have been beautiful trade. It would have been a wonderful trade. Then again, right here, it came into my level and made a 1% bounce. Let's see, this level is $63.66. So let's go clear 63.66 plus, we'll call it .64, 64.3, which, boom, went up as high as 64.8. Would have been another 1% move, wonderful bounce. Then the last level that I had right here is at 62.60, and it's just turned around from that bottom level. It's just turned around and has done nothing but take off to the upside since. That's a $3 move right there. 62.60 to 65.69 would have been, and I probably would have taken profit here anyway at the 1% move, but I wasn't paying close attention to it. And I actually traded SFIX by accident. For whatever reason, I put in an order at $63.86 for 50 shares. I don't even remember doing it. And it wasn't at the right level. I think I wasn't, maybe I need to get my eyes checked or something, but I put in an order for 63.86. And I got a notification for an order filled on SFIX. And I was like, whoa, wait a second. I don't remember doing that. So I sold it almost immediately after I found out that, after I saw it get filled. You can see here SFIX right here for 50 shares. I only made $10 on it. That's because I was like, what am I doing in this trade? I don't remember having put any orders in on SFIX, but obviously I did. So, today really could have been, my daily target is a $500 target. That puts me at a profit of about $125,000 a year if I can hit $500 a day. Missed it by about $200 today. And it would have been, on a day like today, it would have been, $500 would have been an easy number to hit if I were on top of my game, which I wasn't on top of my game today. I get to learn from my mistakes, and I hope anybody watching this video also gets to learn from my mistakes. So what did I do right? I did trade GameStop well. This level at 295.50 is a good level to have gone off of. This move from 295.50 up here to 309 was a really fast move. It was the first trade that I took on GameStop. Let's see, I got an entry at 308.28, which is pretty high. This thing started running up, and so I only bought 10 shares of it. It made its second run up here to 317 or so and started to pull back. And once it started to pull back, I sold it for $4.53 of profit, which is a little bit more. It's about 1.5%. So good enough. And then my second entry, which was a really obvious entry, and I'm just a bit skeptical. I have only traded GameStop now twice, and the first time that I traded it, I only traded it for 1 share, and that was just to say that I'd traded it when it was going nuts way back here in this time frame. I only traded 1 share in order to be able to say that I traded it. I made $2 off of it. Then fast forward to here, this 348.50 line, I wonder. So anyway, I was watching the 1 minute chart, and then the break. So here's a nice, really just easy to read pullback. Runs up, makes a bull flag right here. Really easy to read. Broke the previous candle's high. Let me clear that out. Broke the previous candle's high, and boom, there's my entry. I entered that one at, let's see. I entered that one, I was late on that one. I entered that one at 316. So the proper entry would have been 312.08, but in the millisecond after it broke this 312, it started to run so fast that my best fill was 316.28, and I got that one I sold it at 318.26, so a little bit less than 1% on those 10 shares. Really small. I mean, all combined, I only made $60 on the trade, on the two trades combined. Definitely could have made a lot more, especially given a metric here. This move, let's get it to the bottom. From here to here, relative to its stock price, it was a 7% move, and you can kind of expect a similar on a momentum trade. At least after the first break, you can expect a similar move to the upside from its first break up. And it made a 9.37% move after it broke. Let's put it at the break line here. 8.79% move after it broke above this bull flag pullback. And so I definitely obviously could have stayed in this trade longer because this breakout move right here would have been similar in price to this breakout move here. So I could have expected somewhere around a $20 move, which it made a $27.48 move from its break price. I was in a little bit late and I only grabbed a couple bucks, but I get to be happy with it. It's a momentum trade. It's not often you see $300 stock behaving with momentum, but that's a short squeeze for you. That's GameStop. This stock, as of this morning, it still had a roughly 30% short float, which is tomorrow is going to be earnings. It reports earnings tomorrow. I don't know if it's before the bell or after the bell. But I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing continue to squeeze. It just 30% float, 30% short float. That's a lot of short shares. That's a lot of pain. And there's going to come a point where somebody's going to feel the pain. Like if GameStop breaks over this $483 price point, watch out. This thing is going, who knows? No basis in fundamentals at all whatsoever. It's simply at 483, there are going to be people who are going to capitulate and be like, I've got to get out of this short position. I got to buy. I can't take the losses. In fact, there probably will be people here at 348.50 who are like, I got to get out of this thing. I can't take the pain anymore if it goes that high. So it's looking right now like it's trying to stop short of 348.50. There are probably people who are like, sell right there at 348.50. Who knows? It's beyond me. So then after SFIX and then Marvel. So Marvel is just now coming down to the levels. It's after 10:30. I'm not interested. I've got other things to do. So all in all, not a horrible trading day. It's green. That's got to be good enough. Sometimes, definitely left a lot of money on the table today. But I'm still, I think just over 2 years of doing this full time, and it really, it takes like I don't know, 10 years until people get really, really good at trading. So some people never get really good at it. So, I do feel good about my performance today. There's no reason to feel bad about it anyway. Just really want to learn from these lessons. Today was a good day to be on the market. All right, so everyone, actually, you know what? Let's take a look at the broader market here real quick. The SPY opened up and just kind of sold off there. Not very bullish looking. Let's take a look at the VIX real quick. Now the VIX made a touch off of this support line. Actually almost touched it. So really looking forward to seeing the VIX. Looks like we've got, I'm still bullish. It might take some more time, but it looks like we've got a breakdown below right there, came up and retested and failed away. So it might bobble around, the VIX might bobble around for a little bit before it finally starts to really break down. Who knows, we'll see. But right now there's, I don't see a trade in the SPY right now. Yeah, the 1 minute and the 10 minute are telling different stories on the relative strength indicator for the VIX. It's probably true for the SPY too. Well, no, the SPY looks like the SPY is working on getting into oversold territory. I wonder if today's going to be an up day after all. It's only down 0.1% right now. So, all-time highs are within range, within the range of volatility. So, we'll see. We'll see. All right, everybody. That's all I've got for today. Good luck out there. Keep your risk tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you at tomorrow morning's strategy session.